We're back here in Caleta and we're actually going to do something that we've never done before.
No, I don't know if you remember from a couple of weeks ago, maybe 2-3 weeks ago now, we went to Hopscotch when we did one of our vlogs here in Caleta de Fuste. They actually saw the video and they've invited us to go and sample their Sunday lunch menu, which sounded good to us. So yeah, we said yes and we'll bring the camera along. Sounds good.
We've never eaten out for Sunday lunch before, a Sunday roast in particular, so should be good.
And whilst we're here, we'll have another little walk around and give you a couple of updates on some of the hotels that we're doing refurb work as well. If you remember, we came up and showed you a new development that's being advertised on the Jet2 website. It's called Arena Castillo. We believe that the Aberdeen Steakhouse here is going to be the new reception area when it's all eventually finished. But we thought we'd give you a little bit of an update because perhaps you won't be surprised to find out it doesn't really look like much is happening here.
It doesn't, no. I think there's been a lot of siestering going on and not much work.
It's in a good location, this is. It used to be an apartment complex a long time ago that didn't seem to be open for very long and then closed. So we showed you before that this has all been cleared out where the old restaurant was, and that's exactly the same, just a load of rubbish in there. And the work that we had spotted originally was just a little bit further along here, so they'd created almost like an entrance onto the site by knocking through one of these walls. Now, it might well be that most of the work that they have done is out of sight in the middle, but it really doesn't look any different at all from when we were last here. Certainly none of these on the street here have had much work done. At the moment, Jet2 are taking bookings for these from June onwards, but I'd say if you've got a booking for those, you probably want to be looking for somewhere else to stay because no chance of that happening.
No, I mean, the most active creature I had seen was a cat.
Asleep.
I take it he's probably the foreman.
Broncemar looks like the work's actually nearing the end here, doesn't it? And they've done quite a lot since we last had a little walk round.
Yeah, we mentioned it in a previous video, but it was quite a long time ago. But the first time that we ever stayed in Caleta in Fuerteventura at all, about 8 years ago, was here. So we have a little place in our hearts for this place. So we've been watching quite closely the progress that's been going on.
And they have done an awful lot of work. It is a complete full refurb as far as we can tell. Certainly when we first stayed here, all of the individual little apartment blocks were all different colours, weren't they?
Yeah.
Quite bright colours. Now they've been completely whitewashed, so it all looks a little bit more modern. I'm sure they've modernised everything inside as well, updated all the furniture and everything. So yeah, it'd be really interesting to see this when it is finished. I had a little look on the website. It looks as if they're taking bookings from, I think, the 17th of May. Obviously that might change depending on when flights and holidays and everything start back up from the UK, but it would be interesting to see it, wouldn't it? I think we'd be quite keen to do that if we could at some point inside.
Yeah, I'd love to see the difference between when we stayed there 8 years ago to what it looks like now.
Do you think they'll keep this sign?
Quite like it because it's a bit retro, isn't it? But they'll probably take it down, I would imagine.
So this was the tennis court here. So it still looks like a tennis court, but it looks like that needs a complete refurb if it's going to stay. And then you've got a site of what the colours used to be like. There's still a few units here at the back that haven't been painted yet.
Yeah, we were just saying it'd be interesting to see if they reopen with still work left to do, or whether they'll wait until they've finished everything. Because if they're planning on reopening in a month, that's pretty tight to get all this done. There still seems to be a fair amount of work that needs doing.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they're only really just sort of getting to grips with the reception area as well, so that would need to be finished in order for them to open. So who knows, maybe there'll be a mad scramble to get everything finished, or more likely, like you said, Sarah, they'll sort of open part of it and keep working, I guess. So Hopscotch, somebody asked us about this on the previous video. It's the old Gambrinus building, isn't
That's
it?
right,
Which
yeah.
was part of Broncemar Hotel. So
It's literally
just,
next door.
yeah, a little bit further along. Got an aeroplane going over us. It's time for lunch.
So there's actually quite a decent choice of mains here. There's 4 different things to choose from. We weren't sure if it was just going to be roast of the day or whatever, but there's beef, chicken, pork, and there's actually a vegetarian option as well. Mushroom, walnut and spinach strudel, which I'm not vegetarian, but I don't eat a lot of meat, and that actually sounds really good. And all comes with all the trimmings, various vegetables, potatoes, Yorkshire pudding and gravy, so really looking forward to it.
This is the starter. These look like chopsticks, but they're actually breadsticks.
Well, we hope they are.
Well, we hope they
I'll
are.
let you chew on them first.
It's very kind of you. It comes with fig chutney.
It smells really good.
We really like fig actually, so this is probably a really
Got a
good
fig tree at
choice.
home?
We do. Okay, this is not what I expected it to look like at all.
Presentation very impressive. It's like a whole tower of roast.
It is, isn't it? With like a nice little flower-shaped Yorkshire pudding on the top there.
It reminds me a bit of when you go to a carvery and you have to try and pile as much onto your plate as possible without it all spilling off.
I mean, that's probably, not even joking, the last time we went for a Sunday roast would have been in the UK a few years
We've not been
ago.
out
We've
for a
not
Sunday
done one
roast
here.
We've done our own, but we've not been out.
Yeah, it's normally something we cook for ourselves, so this is quite a nice treat actually to have
I can't
somebody do
remember
it
the
for
last time I
us.
had a Yorkshire pudding.
And we've gone for some horseradish, as you have to with beef really. And we've inadvertently gone for the same thing, I think just because we looked through the menu and we both really like the look of the beef, but there is that vegetarian option on there as well, so something for everyone. I'm not hanging around on this, I think we need to get stuck in. I know we said 10 out of 10 for the brunch when we were here, but for me, Sunday lunch is on a par with that. Really, really good food, all fresh veg. Everything you can tell is all prepared in-house, so highly recommend it. And the portion was absolutely huge as well. Despite all that, we have ordered dessert.
Well, you say we have ordered dessert. You've ordered dessert. I've got coffee, so don't try and.
I was thinking you were going to share this, but that's obvious. I was. But obviously you're, yeah, okay. So you don't want any of the chocolate fudge cake?
No, I'll let you enjoy all of it. Because I'm
Okay.
generous like that.
I think I'm going to need a little siesta when we get back home after all this food. So I think it's fairly obvious we enjoyed that Sunday lunch.
Yeah,
It was very nice.
Really good. To be honest, we had high expectations because we've heard good things about it before, and those expectations were certainly met. Food was great, service was great, the staff are lovely in there.
Yeah, a huge thank you actually to Martin and the rest of the team at Hopscotch for inviting us back in there. Really, really good experience, and to be honest, even if we were paying for it ourselves, you know, our views would be exactly the same. We're quite honest about that. So
yeah, it'd be somewhere that we'll be taking friends and family to as and when they're allowed to come
hopefully,
back.
yeah,
So,
hopefully that won't be too much longer.
Yeah,
'Cause,
you know who you are if you're watching.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Obviously, you know, a lot of you back in the UK and all the other places that you're watching from are quite keen to get back here on holiday. You know, we haven't seen friends or family for, you know, the same time that people haven't been able to get out here on their holidays. So, you know, we're looking at those dates just as much as everybody else and hoping that we can get people back out here very, very soon. Before we go, we just want to say thank you for some of the coffees that have come through. We've had quite a lot actually over the last week, so I'm going to read out some of the names. If it's not mentioned, it's just because I haven't had a chance to add it to the list, so we'll do some more maybe in next week's video as well. But a huge thank you to Maria, to John Davis, to Martin and Kate watching from Bath, Peter Brazier, Tony and Mira, June Nelson who's watching from Scotland, Angela Coffey, Linda Tyler, Stuart Birch, Bev Edwards, Garvin Orr who's watching from Northern Ireland, Robert Bowden, Ross and Debbie who have been coming to Caleta for 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, we do love it, by the way, when you put a little note to us on the coffees, and don't forget to add your name on as well, just so that we can give you a shout out. But yeah, if you want to drop a little note on there, obviously we get a chance to go through and read them all, and you know, we do really love reading the notes that you put on those.
Hopefully she's getting the names right this week.
Yeah, hopefully I'm not messing any up. To Daniel Doncaster who's in Sandbanks in Dorset, to Rael Lynn, Nikki and Steve Wyatt. Steve runs Print Force Embroidery in Stoke, and I think wanted a little shout out for that. So
there you go.
There you go. And to Mary and Donald, and finally Yvonne and Kevin Powell. A huge thank you to everybody, and once again, you know, even if you haven't done the coffee, if you've liked the video, subscribed, it all supports us, it all helps us out. So you know, as ever, we're really, really grateful.
Yeah, we really appreciate everyone who watches and supports us in any way.
Thanks again as well for people that commented on the last video. We asked you at the end for some of the ideas, what you wanted to see on these videos. It's given us a bit of food for thought. I think we're on the right track with what we're doing anyway. A bit of resorts, a bit of stuff out and about on the island that's a little bit less touristy. We've got some things lined up now for the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned.
Yeah, and we'll see you on the next video.
Take care, bye.